Hello, welcome. It is April 30th, which means
It's gonna be May.
one thing I'm always a very big proponent of when it comes to games and really enjoying things like this. When it comes to a free-to-play game, you have to understand that free-to-play games, the reason that they're free-to-play is because they try to sell you on other things instead of just like the base cost of the game. So you always want to manage your resources. You never want to overspend past what your limits are. So that's why I always enjoy doing these bundle guides. It's to help you, and it's really also to help myself as well. So I am very familiar with what is coming up for this next month. So first, let's actually talk about this really big thing that happened in the patch yesterday, where this was a little subtext that said whenever you acquire a variant for which you do not own the base card, you will be granted the base card for free along with it. It will also be retroactive for all players, and this change will arrive in a future patch, exact timing to be determined. This was a sleeper hit, a real just knocking it right out of the park for what Second Dinner is doing for this game. So what does that mean? And this is going to actually, this isn't like just some random cool thing that I'm throwing in there. It's actually going to be very important, I think, for bundles as well. The reason is because you can buy a variant for a card that you do not have. So there's going to be a Diamondback bundle coming out in a little bit. And if you don't have Diamondback, that means you could have still gotten Diamondback in other ways. Like you wouldn't have the base card of her. So I guess one of the worries was with snap packs that you would be getting cards for base cards that you did not own, but you owned a variant of it. I just found out just a couple minutes ago that Second Dinner actually blocked the cards, the base cards of variants you own out of snap packs, which means, let's just say, going back to Diamondback, you have a Diamondback variant you acquired through a bundle. It is now currently impossible for you to get Diamondback from a snap pack. And that is going to help with acquisition so much, because just think of how frustrating it is to or it would be to spend 5,000 tokens on a pack and getting a card you technically already own because you have a variant. So this was amazing foresight by Second Dinner. Thank you so much for doing that. It's really keeping the players in mind for that. That's what I love to see. All right, so what are the $100 bundles this upcoming month? I always think that's kind of important to know about. This is them, Lethal Allure and the Collector's Bundle. I'm not really disappointed by the Collector's Bundle, but I'll get into that for a second. This Thena, though, is absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. 9,000 Collector's tokens for $100 along with 3,000 gold. You do get 310 boosters for Thena as well. No credits to boost her up. But this with the border is going to make this a phenomenally looking card. Just beautiful. Thena herself is also a fantastic card as well. She's a Series 5 card, and I think she is great. I definitely do not use her enough because I don't really play with the decks to utilize her as much as I should, but she is a wonderful card. Now, if you really don't want to get any new variants or anything, you do have the Collector's Bundle, where, and this is where I'm a little bit upset about it, it's 6,000 tokens, 4,000 credits, 4,000 gold. If you guys have been watching, I like uniformity. I would have preferred 6,000 credits, 6,000 gold, and the 6,000 Collector's tokens. Just keep it a good old 666, and then the 155 random boosters. Have 6 of those as well. Whatever, that's fine. I think that would really probably increase the sales of this bundle, in which, if it did have the 6666 going on, I would say save your money the entire month to get this, because this is coming at the very end of the month. This Lethal Allure is coming in a week. I really look with snap packs right now, that's not like that bad. If you really like Thena, I mean, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, but again, do not overspend. Don't get hit with the FOMO. You will be able to get this variant for whatever it would be, like 2,500 gold in a year, possibly through the vault. So don't go too crazy, all right? But let's just keep going with the bundles when we have gold bundles. You know, a couple months ago I said I really hope Second Dinner steps up their game with their gold bundles, and I'm happy and a little sad about it too, because these are really nice bundles. 2 of them are way better than the other ones, but they're all 5,000 gold. that's a lot. That is a lot of gold. So feasibly being able to get 2 or 3 of them is not really that possible. You're really banking on which single one you're going to get. Now, when it comes to the currency value of these, the Cersei one is probably going to be the best one. It's 5,000 gold for 3,000 collector's tokens and 3,000 credits. That's great. 5,000 gold for just 6,500 credits. Or this one, which is 5,000 gold for 4,500 collector's tokens. So if you don't want to do, or if you think Token Tuesday is really good, this is a reason to kind of avoid Token Tuesday. Because why spend the gold on a deal and a ratio that isn't as good as what this is? And you're going to be able to save up the entire month to get this. And I think that is a fantastic way to actually do it. I prefer when more expensive gold bundles are at the end of the month. I would prefer if Ethereal Architect, maybe if this was half the resources and 2,000 gold, like 1,500 credits, 1,500 collector's tokens, still get Cersei, 155 boosters, and then just make this like 2,000 gold as a little bit of a better introduction. I talked about ratios before. This is what I mean by it. It is how much of one currency are you getting for another. Now there's quite a bit of numbers that aren't actually here, but these are the basic ones that I'm going to talk about. First is the store ratios. This is when you go to the store. In the store, you can buy gold, you can buy credits, and you can buy collector's tokens. Gold is the only one you can buy with cash. The other 2 currencies you buy with gold. So for every 100 gold you spend in the store for those options, you're getting 77 collector's tokens. That is the same ratio for all the tiers that are there. When it comes to credits, you're getting 125 credits for every 100 gold you spend. That is the same for all the tiers available in the store as well. For cash, it's approximately 72 gold for every dollar you spend. That is taking off of the $20 option. The value of it is a little bit better the higher you go, a little bit worse the lower you go, with the exception to the gold pass, which is $5 for 1,800 gold, 300 gold right away, and then the remaining 1,500 gold is over the next 30 days. All right. When it comes to using ratios for the minimum desired ratios for the bundles that I'm looking for, I'm expecting to get 100 tokens for every dollar I spend. I'm looking to get 150 credits for every dollar I spend and 100 gold for every dollar I spend. Those are the minimum desired ratios that I personally am looking for. This is, of course, with the exception of if there's multiple currencies in a bundle, then it's going to change a little bit. Looking at these are the minimum that I am looking for. This is $25 for 2,500 collector's tokens. The $25 for 4,000 credits, this is actually probably a little bit better than the 150%. I think it came out to like 160 something percent, but it's kind of above the minimum what I am really looking for. Ideally with credits, I actually really do prefer like 175 or 200, like for every $1 I get 200 credits, but this is like the minimum, the absolute minimum that I want. But if you look at these, this is a very interesting thing to look at. I don't know if I ever really touched on this before. You have 2 values here. You have a bundle value and a currency value. Now the currency value for these are approximately the same. We're just gonna say it's 160% currency value for the dollars that you're spending. But the bundle value is quite different. It's a 200% difference in the value for these. The question is, why? And that's because series matters. Here are 3 $25 bundles that are all coming up this month. One of them is coming out today. The bundle value for this one is 200 and 9%, 393, and then 585. The currency value is pretty much the same. They're all 160. This one is 156, but it's just 4%. We're going to say it's 160 anyway. So the reason why is Storm is a Series 3 card. Valentina is a Series 4 card, and White Widow is a Series 5 card. So if you look at this, these are both variants, avatars, 4,000 credits and 4,000 credits, the same amount of boosters. But this one is almost triple the value than what Storm is. And that's because this is a Series 5 card, which means you're going to have to pay 6,000 tokens if you want to buy her directly, without going through a pack, or if you want to try to get her in a pack, since she is an older card, you would get the Collector Series 5 pack, which is 4,000 tokens. For Storm, in order to get her, you're going to have to pay either, I think it's 1,000 if she ever shows up in a Series 3 card option, or in a Series 3 card pack, or unlock her from the collection track. So it's kind of crazy to me that even though this is a beautiful one that I am probably going to buy because I want to get every fantasy variant that I can, it is kind of crazy that this $25 for 4,000 credits with Storm, like this should be maybe like 5,000 or 6,000 credits. It really needs to up that currency value, or have another variant in there, especially because it's Series 3. Now, if you are going to spend $25 on one of these and you really want the credits and you don't have White Widow, I would go with the White Widow one. It is just a much better way to go. Plus, on top of that, once you do buy this White Widow, which is coming out tomorrow, then when you do roll for a snap pack, you won't have a chance of getting White Widow. So getting this will actually take her out of the pool, giving you a better chance to get maybe other Series 5 cards that you want, where Storm really won't affect anything you do. Valentina, fun card, same thing with her when it comes to like a Series 4 card. And if you want the collector's token, I think these two are the better way to go. White Widow is probably like the best one out of these, and they all look really good. But series does matter, so when you are looking at something, it's like, how come this is maybe not as valuable as the other one? Look at what series the card is in. That will maybe give you some more answers. Now, the best way to spend $100 this month, I tried to find any other way to do it, but honestly, I think maybe these two bundles are probably going to be like the best ones you're going to get. When it comes to spending just a total of $100, in addition to a season pass and the gold bundle, the gold pass itself, right? For me, honestly, I want to try to get to 5,000 gold. I have, I think, 4,000 right now. There was an expensive bundle for gold last month that I bought. It was the 8,000 gold collector bundle. That like drained me pretty bad. So I'm looking to probably get another like 1,000, 2,000 gold, which is not going to be hard to do for the Diamondback that I want to get. If you do want to get any of these with the way collector tokens are in series packs, this might be the best way to go, especially if we don't have Thena. But this will give you a nice, just all around everything. Second dinner, if you're ever watching this, do 6666. It's nice, it's pretty, and I guarantee you will probably sell more that way than what this is. So what are my top bundles this month? This is a personal one for me. This is Diamondback. I love Diamondback. I think she's a very slept on card. She is phenomenal. Beautiful one. This says it's an Adia variant, but it looks very fantasy, so I don't know how accurate that is. We will see very soon. If you want to get collector's tokens, do not do Token Tuesday. Save up for this. You're gonna get a card. Pixie, honestly, Pixie ain't that bad. Pixie's pretty fun. She's a pretty fun card. Not consistent, but definitely a lot of fun. You get the border, and this is going to be the best gold to token ratio that you're going to get this entire month. Unless there's Token Tuesdays that are going to be even better than this. I don't know. I haven't seen anything just yet. These are great deals. So right now, this $15 for 1,500 gold, which is that 1-to-1 ratio, along with 1,000 credits on top of that, is really good. Phoenix Force, not a great card, but if you don't have Phoenix Force, it'll take it out of the pool, so you can get better cards with your snap packs. $20 right here for 2,500 gold, and Squirrel Girl, better than the 1-to-1 ratio. Squirrel Girl is definitely, to me, a better, more versatile card than what Phoenix Force is. Doesn't take it out of any pools if you already are Series 3 complete. But if you are looking to get gold, these are two of the better gold purchases you are going to be able to make this month. This one, if you do not have White Widow, because I do think a White Widow into Red Guardian play is fantastic, because then you would take the Widow's Bite. They already have the -4 on their site. Red Guardian makes it -7 or -6, and then takes away the ability for it to get destroyed if your opponent fills up the lane. Sometimes they forget about that. Sometimes they do, and then they're stuck with just a big gap there. Very nice. and it's a Series 5 card. Takes her out of the pool. I've been playing quite a bit of Repo. It's been so much fun, guys. It is great. I will even play it just single player because it is such just like a fun, interesting game. I don't know if anybody has played Lethal Company or God, I forgot the name of the other one that came out shortly after that, where you're trying to be like social media famous and you have to go to the pits and record stuff. I completely forgot the name of it. Boy, I played that game a lot too. I think this game's absolutely phenomenal, and it's up to 6 players. I think that's fantastic. If you are going to spend any extra money, if you do have $10 extra, I would get this game. Even if you don't have people to play with, please, I hope you do. It is a fun and interesting game for just $10. Highly supported. When it comes to more variants, this is obviously the best variant that you will ever get if they ever do decide to make this a real variant. Second Dinner, please. I know you didn't look at my resume when I applied for a job, but you can make it up to me. Write this. All right? Thank you guys so much. Spend wisely. Don't let the FOMO get to you. And have a great month. I'll see you later.